Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, buckle up, because what we're about to discuss might just be one of the most significant moves in the NFC this season. The Chicago Bears, a team that's been rebuilding and retooling since the last few seasons, could be on the verge of a game-changing trade that might alter their defensive landscape dramatically. And it all centers around the Seattle Seahawks, a team that's been competitive, sitting at 5-2, but with some clear vulnerabilities in their secondary. Rumors are swirling that the Seahawks are looking to make a bold move, trading away a promising young cornerback, Devin Witherspoon, to the Bears in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft. Yes, you heard that right. Devin Witherspoon, one of the most exciting young talents in the NFL this season, could soon be donning the blue and orange of the Chicago Bears. And this isn't just about acquiring a talented player. It's about transforming the Bears' secondary into a true lockdown unit, capable of shutting down some of the most prolific offenses in the league. The Seahawks, with a cap space around $21 million, are clearly prioritizing some key areas like offensive line extensions and adding depth to the edge rush. But the secondary, especially after the injury to Stevenson's ankle, has become a concern. Witherspoon, who's only 24, has been making waves this season with his agility, versatility, and fierce coverage skills. His ability to play both outside and in the slot makes him a perfect fit for the Bears' defensive scheme, which has been looking to improve its man coverage and overall pass defense. Now, let's talk about Witherspoon himself. This guy is a hybrid cornerback, a true athlete with a ferocious agility that allows him to stick to receivers like glue. In 2025, he's accumulated impressive stats: 40 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 6 pass defenses. His coverage grade, according to PFF, sits at an outstanding 87.5, and his EPA per target is 39, which shows how effective he's been in limiting plays. His allowed completion percentage is around 50%, and his missed tackle rate is just 7%, which is quite impressive for a player so involved in run support as well. Throughout his career, which is still relatively young, Witherspoon has posted a total of 120 tackles and 5 interceptions, with a career PFF grade averaging around 86.8. He's been especially effective in slot coverage, with around 80% efficiency, and his ability to dominate man and press coverage has earned him comparisons, albeit lighter, to top-tier cornerbacks like Sauce Gardner. He limits receivers to an average of -1.6 yards of separation and has been responsible for 12 tackles for loss when supporting the run. All these numbers point to a player who's not just promising but already elite in certain aspects of the game. So why would the Seahawks consider trading him now? Well, it's about timing and team strategy. They have a cap of roughly $21 million, and with the season progressing, they're focusing heavily on extending their offensive line and bolstering their pass rush, especially on the edges. The secondary, while still a work in progress, has some gaps that they're trying to address through the draft and other moves. With Witherspoon's rookie deal expiring after this season, the Seahawks might see this as an opportunity to capitalize on his value while also reallocating resources to other areas. Plus, they are rebuilding, and some analysts are skeptical about their ability to maintain consistency in coverage, especially given the slight uptick in yards allowed per pass after their recent trade activities, around +1 yards per pass. It's a calculated risk, but one that could pay off if they manage to draft well and develop their remaining secondary assets. Now, turning our attention to the Bears, this potential trade could be nothing short of a game-changer. Adding Witherspoon to their roster would significantly enhance their external and slot coverage, increasing their pass defense efficiency by around 20%. Right now, the Bears' pass defense is allowing roughly 23 points per game, but with Witherspoon's addition, projections suggest this could drop to around 19 points per game. That's a huge improvement, especially considering the NFC North's offensive firepower, including the likes of the Packers, passing game, and the Vikings' weapons. With Witherspoon, the Bears could boost their chances of containing top receivers, especially in critical moments. Looking at the numbers comparison, Witherspoon versus Stevenson paints a clear picture of the upgrade. He's already recorded 2 interceptions compared to Stevenson's 0 and his PFF grade of 87. 5 beats Stevenson's 76. 2. His tackles for loss also stand out, 8 TFLs to Stevenson's 3, highlighting his ability to impact both pass coverage and run support. If the Bears manage to acquire him, they'd be adding an immediate impact player who can elevate the entire secondary unit, which has been somewhat inconsistent this season. His presence would also create a more resilient defensive environment, especially in critical third-down situations, and could help the Bears improve their points allowed per game by a notable margin. Furthermore, this move could have a ripple effect on the Bears' playoff chances. Their current record stands at 11-6, and adding a player like Witherspoon could push them closer to their ultimate goal, a deep playoff run, maybe even contending for a Super Bowl. His ability to project an additional 4 interceptions over the course of the season, combined with his impact on reducing points allowed, makes him a true catalyst for success. His leadership, especially after the injury to Jones, could be vital in the locker room, helping to stabilize the secondary and inspire younger players. The synergy with safeties and other defensive backs would be enhanced, and this could translate into more turnovers, a crucial factor in winning close games. And speaking of the bigger picture, this trade could mark a turning point for the Bears as contenders. It's reminiscent of some of the best moves in recent NFL history, where a single acquisition shifted the momentum for a franchise. Witherspoon's addition would not only fill a key void, but also send a message across the league. The Bears are serious about contending, about being a tough, resilient team that can shut down the most potent offenses. The potential boost in their Super Bowl odds, from around +2, 500 to +1, 300, reflects that new confidence. ESPN simulations even suggest that with Witherspoon on the roster, their chances of winning against teams like the Packers increase by about 12%. They'd be better equipped to blank slot receivers and dominate top tight ends, making their defense one of the most feared in the NFC. This trade isn't just about adding a player, it's about signaling a shift in the Bears' identity. They're building a defense that's resilient, aggressive, and capable of forcing turnovers in critical moments. The secondary, after recent injuries and some inconsistency, would transform into a real strength. It's a move that could propel them into the upper echelons of the league, making them a nightmare for offenses and a true contender in the NFC. The Seahawks, on the other hand, might be looking at a rebuild, uncertain of how their secondary will fare without Witherspoon, but they're also making strategic moves to ensure they're not stuck in neutral for long. As fans, we all know how crucial secondary play is in today's NFL. It's the difference between a defense that can hold the line and one that gets exploited for big plays. With Witherspoon, the Bears would not just be adding a player. They'd be adding a dynamic, versatile, and hungry athlete who can change the course of games. And for the Seahawks, trading him now might be a way to start focusing on the future, especially with draft capital and cap space at their disposal. But for us Bears fans, it's all about the here and now. This move could be the one that finally puts the Bears over the top, helping them push deeper into the playoffs and maybe, just maybe, get closer to that elusive Super Bowl title they haven't won since 1985. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think adding Witherspoon is the move that takes this defense to the next level? Or are you worried about the cost and how it might affect the team's future draft plans? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the Bears. Remember, this isn't just a channel. It's a community of passionate fans who want to see their team succeed. I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and inside scoops, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. Thanks for watching, and as always, bear down.